Hello and welcome to the vlog. We are going to be trying to finish my Sufferathon week 2 prompts and then moving into what's going to be happening next and what I'm planning to do next. So I just had an epiphany. Let me show you where I am. This is what my Sufferathon looks like for week 2. I'm supposed to read 9 books by 3 p.m. on Sunday. I have this manga, that I am at least halfway through. I also picked up book 1 of One Piece last night at work because somebody dropped it off. But that might take me a little longer to read than I want to. So what I was thinking I might do is I'm going to take this to work today to see about finishing it. If we're slow enough, I don't know. I usually don't have time to read physically because I can actually do work and listen if I'm reading an audiobook. So reading physically means I literally am not getting any library work done, and that always makes me feel guilty. So anyway, I'll probably focus on funny story for the library. I know I'm holding the physical copy of this, but I'm going to be listening on audio. I am right here, chapter 13. I love this book so far. I'm a little concerned that things are progressing the way they are and we're not even halfway through. So I'm kind of worried about what's going to happen the whole rest of the book. Like, is it going to drag or something? I don't know. But anyway, so far, I love it. I love the banter. I love everything about it right now. So I'm thinking that what I might do, because I have like 2 days to read 4 more things. So I'm going to finish this. I might finish this just tonight at my house when I get back from work. So that'll go down as a maybe to work on when I get back tonight. And then at work today, I might just go grab 2 of the banned or challenged picture books that we have and read those, because anything counts in this readathon. Anything counts as a book. And I am worried because all I have left over here are big books. Not really big, but definitely books that are going to take a while to read. And I don't want to have to put a book on 3 times speed and say, oh, I read The Black Echo. Like, I would like to be able to read it and slow enough that I'm like engaging with the book. Like, I can hear the words and I can understand what they're saying and I know the plot of the book, but I don't want to have to read it that fast just so I can say, oh, I finished another book. I also don't want to read all the short books. Like, I know Howl's Moving Castle is probably short. It's a middle grade. I saw Somewhere Beyond the Sea. We got it in at the library and I saw what it looks like. So it's not super long. And then I know I think I've already read Louisiana Longshot. So that one could also be read probably pretty quickly. But I don't want to do that and then be stuck for the last 2 weeks of the month reading all the big books at one time. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to finish Funny Story today or maybe tomorrow. I'm going to finish the Spy Family Volume 7 that I have. I need to go ahead and order Volumes 8 and 9 right now while I'm thinking about it. And then I'm going to just spin my wheel and read something on here that is for my Aurelium. This is the middle section right here. These are all for my Aurelium stuff. So I need to actually mark off Front Desk has been finished. And that's all. I'm doing Funny Story right now, so that'll get marked off. But those are the ones I need to read for my Aurelium Academy girls. And so that's what I'll do, is just spin the wheel and see which one is the next one that I'm going to be reading. So I'm also physically reading in the background Will You Be Mine, which is one of my storygraph books for the month of September. I'm trying to read them close to the month that they're due. Django would like to say hi. Really, Django came up here because he would like food, and also he seems cold. I mean, I am wearing long sleeves. It is a little bit colder outside today than it has been. So maybe he needs a sweater and he wants some food. So I'm going to go do that. I'm going to listen to Funny Story first. I'll come back and tell y'all my final thoughts about it. I'm going to read Spy Family 7. I'm going to order 8 and 9. And then at work today, I'll probably just pick up 2 really short books that are on the banned and challenge list that I can read and I will do those for the last ones of for my Sufferathon books. And then I'll be finished with Sufferathon challenge for week 2. And then we will just see what week 3 is. I'm already nervous. Like, look at all the things I've already read in the first 2 weeks of the month for this thing. So anyway, what else? That's all. That's all for my check-in. I've got to do a little bit of Sims work from my other channel before I go into work today. So I'm going to work on that. And then clearly, I'm going to take care of the dog, and I will check in with you guys in a little bit. Okay, I'm home from work tonight. I am not starting anything or really doing anything. I did get both videos filmed today that I wanted to get done. I'm not sure if I checked in with y'all while I was doing that. But anyway, that means I only have one more video to film. But the main problem I have is that I have a video that's due on my channel, on my Sims channel, on Saturday that I have filmed and have not edited. So anyway, let me tell you what I did though. Before I went to work today, Wesley and I sat down, and that was so cute. He pulled up Goodreads on the computer behind me over there where it's like the family computer. He pulled up Goodreads over there, and he gave me the information on all of these books that I had read. Let me see where we started. We started with The Foxglove King and did all of these books, and he told me publishers and years published and how many pages, and helped me fill out my thing that I have been neglecting the whole time. Anyway, let me show you one thing that I have, and then I'm going to be done and away from this computer. I'm working on, I'll just put up a picture. I'll put it right there and cover up this whole section. This is what this looked like before I started. And I will take another picture of it tonight when I get done, and I'll pop that up here. This is what it looks like now, or after I'm done tonight. Anyway, this is the future. Okay, so let me show you what I got at the library today. So we're still talking about these books. Let me get up here out of the way. Okay, so I am still reading Funny Story. We were pretty busy tonight at the library, and then I was talking to my boss, like we were talking about future things that are coming up and just chatting in general, so I did not get any extra reading done at work. But I did come up. Oh, first of all, one of my coworkers walked up, and she's like, I bought this last night. I've already read it today, and I'm bringing it to you. So for these last 3 books that I still need, here's what I'm going to be reading. I'm still doing Funny Story, but then I'm going to read She-Hulk, Volume 1, written by Rainbow Rowell. Look at that. I'm excited about this one. Then I was walking through the children's section in the graphic novels, the juvenile fiction graphic novels, and Wildful popped out because it's so weirdly shaped. And I was like, wait, what is this? So I opened it up. I flipped through just a little bit. I mean, it has really nice artwork in it. And I was like, okay, I can read that for sure. And then for the third book, where did I put it? Oh, it's under here, but I'm going to read The Spy Family, Volume 7. But I also picked up the first book in Amulet graphic novel tonight. We have the first 9 volumes of this at the library where I work. I don't know past that what we have, but I was like, that will at least let me try it out and decide if this is something that I want to put on a wish list to get in the future or whatever, but I went ahead and picked it up. I am going to finish Spy Family though, and not that one. Okay. Then I already had, because you guys have seen my spreadsheet, not my spreadsheet, wow, my list over here, this right here is Pride and Prejudice, and this is the copy that we have at the library. So I got this physical copy of Pride and Prejudice. And so I just want to read you the first line of Pride and Prejudice, okay? It's a truth, universally acknowledged, that a single man in possession of a good fortune must be in want of a wife. Okay, then the book I'm reading that is an adaptation of that, I'm going to read you the first line, and then I'll tell you what it's called, but you probably already know. It is a truth, universally acknowledged, that a zombie in possession of brains must be in want of more brains. I am reading Pride and Prejudice and Zombies, and we didn't have this copy in the mail. At the library when I first started. So I got the regular copy, and then I got the graphic novel version of this, which is buried under some books back there, so I need to pick it out. But anyway, so now I have the regular, the adaptation, and the graphic novel version all together. They're all from the library, so I'm going to have to take them back. But at least I have them here and I can read them. And I think that's all. I think that's all I was going to tell y'all. And I know I mentioned it earlier. I do have the first volume of One Piece. I have not even looked at it, cracked it open or anything. So I might be doing that as well. But it's going to be further down on my list because I have all these other ones that I need to get done before Saturday at 3 p.m. So that's it. That's my whole plan for the next 24 hours at least. I'm going to finish reading Funny Story by Emily Henry. And then I'm going to read all of these little graphic novels that I'm working on and manga. So I have Spy Family, I have Amulet, and I have She-Hulk. Oh, and I have Wildful. So I have 4 technically because I put Amulet in here. So I'm going to read those in the next 24 hours. And then probably, when I finish Funny Story, I'm going to spin my Audible chirp wheel over here. But I'm not going to read, it won't, So, I think I'm going to go back and forth, read one from the Audible chirp wheel and then one from the Everand wheel and kind of go back and forth like that. But I'm not going to read Pride and Prejudice and Zombies before I read Pride and Prejudice. So, if that's what I land on, I'm just going to spin again until I get one that's not that. So, that's it. I'm off to read and work on my little project that you've already seen. And then I'll check in with you later. Well, it's midnight, or it's 3 minutes till midnight. Also, I got a text like 10 minutes ago from my mother, who never stays up this late, and she said, today was your parents' 55th wedding anniversary. I totally forgot about it. I said, I'm so sorry. I know September 12th is their dang wedding anniversary. I don't know where my brain is, but it's clearly not on where it needs to be. Anyway, I finished Funny Story. I didn't intend to, but I guess when y'all saw that I showed you the picture of the thing being completed, then y'all knew that I was going to stay up working on it all night, even though I didn't know that. My fingers are hurting. Those are not like Legos. They're tiny and they hurt, and you have to press really hard to make them stick together. So they're cute, but they're not as comfortable to work with as Lego. Anyway, before I started on that, I did finish Wildful. So I finished Wildful and I just finished Funny Story. So we're going to spin and see what the next audiobook is that I'm listening to. I need to be out of my house at 9:15 in the morning to go work out with my new personal trainer. And so that means I need to get up by like 8 o'clock in the morning so that I can eat something and let it settle before I go work out. Meaning I have about 30 minutes to an hour to fall asleep. And I doubt that that's going to happen, as I have not even gone upstairs and started getting ready for bed because I was trying to finish that thing. Anyway, okay, let me get the wheel pulled up. This is for something else. We're starting with where are they? Audible and Chirp books. Okay, here we go. I don't even want to look. I know what I want it to be, but I kind of also don't really want it to be. Oh, Louisiana Longshot. Okay, that'll be nice because I also think that I've read this and it's pretty short. So let me go. Oh, I don't have to do anything. I just have to pull up Audible and start reading this book. I'll check back in with y'all tomorrow, probably before I go work out. I'm going to take this upstairs with me, and if I wake up earlier in the morning, which I don't think I will be based on what time it is right now, but if I wake up earlier, I'm going to do this. Also, whenever you're watching this, I don't know when it's going to be, but you guys comment below and tell my parents happy anniversary. 55 years. They got married in 1969, September 12th, 1969. See, I know when they got married. Anyway, please go down and tell them happy anniversary right now. Okay. I'll be back to check in. Okay, I am home from work and a couple of things have happened. Number one, I did not take a picture of the cover of the graphic novel that I read, that Wildful book, and I took it back to the library, so I need to get that out. I'm about to go sit down and finish reading this She-Hulk, and I'm almost finished with Louisiana Longshot. So that means I'll be done. And by almost finished, I mean I have 14 minutes and 19 seconds left. So I'm really almost finished. And it is the beginning of a new series, and I thought I had read it before. I've definitely read it before. I started knowing everything that was happening right at the very beginning. I was like, okay, I remember this. And it was just nice to be back there again. Like at one point today, I was listening to it at the end of work when I was cleaning everything up, and I had a water bottle, and I took a drink of a water bottle right when one of the old ladies, the girl is wearing a hairpiece, and it got hung on something. And so there's two old ladies there trying to help her, and one of them like tries to pull on one part of it and a whole section of hair comes out, and the other one screams like she's killed this girl. Oh my gosh. Anyway, I had to stop and swallow my drink because I was about to spit water all over the library. It's got such funny parts in it. I just don't know what's taken me so long to continue with this series. So I'm almost finished with that book. That means over here, I get to mark that off. I'm going to go ahead and mark it off so that I don't have to remember to come back here in 15 minutes and do that. And then I'm going to go ahead and spin my Everrand wheel to see which one I'm doing next. I did have it on this one, which I'm going to save. And then we have the Everrand book. So let's get rid of that ad. Let's spin and see what I'm going to be reading next. This is not for, I got Howl's Moving Castle. This is not for Sufferathon anymore because I've officially finished my TBR for Sufferathon, or I will have it finished. When I finish She-Hulk, I'll be done with it. So I'm going to put Wildful and She-Hulk on here, and then I'm calling this done. I do need to read for 4 hours. I set my little thing on 4. I don't know if y'all can even see it, but anyway, it's set at 4. I'm going to start timing myself between now and when the thing ends at 3 p.m. tomorrow, my time. That's when the new prompts drop, and I need to read for 4 hours during that time. That will not be difficult. So I'm going to kind of plan out my day for tomorrow. I'm working another long shift at the library, but then we go to a normal week at the library, and I am so happy about it. Next week is going to be so much easier than this week has been. So I'm going to plan my week. I'll probably come back and talk about She-Hulk. Maybe I'll talk about Louisiana Longshot. And then that's where I'm probably going to end this one. And then tomorrow we'll kick it off, the next one off with whatever prompts I have at Sufferathon. I'm going to be at work again when the prompts dropped, which I was last time, but we were so slow, and I took my 15-minute break to go watch the videos really quickly to decide what prompt I was going to pick. So that was nice to be able to do that. But in the meantime, I'm going to be reading Howl's Moving Castle. I don't know how long it is, so I might spin the, I didn't take it off. Okay, I might spin the Audible and chirp wheel if I start getting close to finishing Howl's, but I'm just going to go ahead and have it pulled up right here. So that's all for now. I will check back in a little bit later tonight, or maybe in the morning, to wrap everything up and finish it all off before I kick off the next one. Hey, I'm dropping in here really quickly. I was going to go ahead and spin for what book I was going to read today, because I'm not finished with Howl's. I'm not even close to finished with Howl's, but I did get all of my books read that I needed to for over here. Oh, I finished Louisiana Longshot for sure. Let me put that on there. I cannot wait for the second book, by the way. But anyway, the next prompt drops in 5 hours-ish, and there's no way I'm going to finish Howl before then. Let's see how long I have left on it. Of course, it had to reload everything. I have an hour and a half left on it, but I'm not going to be able to listen for an hour and a half because I have to be at the library in 30 minutes. And this morning, we're going to be setting everything up for an event, a Minecraft party we're having at the library today. So I'll try to get some footage of the library thing, but that's going to have to go in the next vlog because I am going to end this here. I will talk about Howl's Moving Castle and the new clips and all of that stuff in the next video. But week 2 is wrapped up and done. And I'm feeling really good about the fact that I can just add in graphic novels or kids' books or whatever whenever somebody does something ridiculous and drops a prompt. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.